Hey guys, back to another video with Treasure Light. This is Treasure Light's Breakthrough. Here I have some makeshift hamburgers, and I have prepared the grill this time by myself. I'm just waiting for the coals to get nice and hot, but let me show that real fast. I'm gonna do 2 patties. That's the grill itself. And you're not gonna be able to see much because I have this on. And it is night. It is 9 o'clock at night, or 8 something, one or the other. And I'm just gonna flatten these burger patties out and put them on the grill. And that's what I'm having for my dinner. I'll eat probably one of these tonight and the other tomorrow, but I don't want to have to come out here and make. That's the first patty on. And there's not a lot of light out here because this is outside of her patio door. And goes the second one on. And I'm going to take this back inside. Be back in a little bit. Gotta go inside and clean my hands off and clean this stuff up. Coming out to take a look-see at my burgers. I just chopped up some cheddar cheese, some sharp cheddar Kraft cheese, a few slices. This has been going for just a little while while I cleaned the kitchen, so I know you guys probably can't see it and you're wondering how the heck am I going to see it, but I can see it clearly. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yep. So I'm just flipping them over. Got a nice little char on it. Oh, I wish you guys can see. Well, you'll see it when I do it later on. When I bring it into the light. You'll see how they look. But right now, they're looking beautiful. I really didn't need that much charcoal. And hopefully when I smother it, it'll go out before it burns too deep. But this is the little slices of sharp cheddar, Kraft sharp cheddar, that I did to put on top when they're almost done. You gotta kind of cook them slow because I made them a little fat, not too fat, but I didn't also want it too thin. I wanted some nice bite to it. That's ground turkey as usual. I don't use ground beef. And I like the ground turkey more, although you won't hear it sizzling, like you didn't hear it sizzling or anything, because there's really no fat dripping off of it like you would get with ground beef. And so, like, you don't get the sizzle because the oil isn't going to fall down into the grease. I mean, into the grease. The oil from the meat isn't going to fall into the coals and cause it to sizzle and all that. And that's another thing I like about... I could have. Oh yeah, I was supposed to put the top on that. Give me a second, because I want to make sure that the rest of this gets that smoky flavor. So, about to put this top on and open the vents here to it, so that so that the flavor infuses inside here. There we go. That's the main thing too. Is I'm gonna close it off a little bit because I want more of the smoky flavor in there. And when I want them to go out, when I want the smoldering to stop, I just close the whole entire vent when I put the top on it, and that will put out the coals. But yeah, my nephew used mad coals yesterday, and the reason I'm not going to be having any French fries with this is simply because he took a big gigantic bag of potatoes, and because they were spudding a little bit with the, the little green spuds come out on the side, he had the potatoes there for, I would say, maybe about 2 weeks, and they just started spudding because they're outside of the fridge. And so what he did was clean them up and put all of them on the grill, and he didn't put any oil like I had suggested. He asked me twice, do I think he should put oil? I said, yes, you should put oil on it before you put it on the grill. You also should put it on tinfoil, which he did neither one. He washed them off, put them on the grill, and when they were all said and done, he doesn't want them. My mother tried to use some of them to make some breakfast, like hash brown with it. She, I think, used 2 and she didn't like it. And so maybe about 15 potatoes. I know 3 of them he left on the grill before I had cleaned it out. The bag you see there has 3 potatoes in it and the rest of the charcoal ashes before I had to clean it out for me to do these burgers. But at any rate, yeah, so the rest of the potatoes are sitting in the oven just on a tin and basically garbage at this point. So that whole thing will need to be thrown away. So I couldn't make French fries. But he tried to offer them to me. I'm like, nah, I'm good. You know, grandma used them to make some hash browns, and if you want to use, nah, I'm good, bro. Because not only did you not listen again to my suggestion, this is the second time you've ruined something, and this time it's food. I don't know what it is about men and listening to a woman's suggestions. Like, I don't know what it takes away from them. I can say it's the men in my life. I don't know what it takes away from them. Their egos are too big. Their machoism is ridiculous. And common sense eludes them. And they ask you sometimes for advice, and when you give it, they don't use it. They do things their way. When it falls apart, they try to feed you or get you to do something. So far, the 2 things he's done to mess something up has come back to affect me in some way. When he messed up the TV, I had to take the TV out of my room. I didn't have to, but I gave the TV up, the 52-inch that was in my room, so that there could be a TV in the living room for him to watch. Because I really don't watch it. I'm not going to lie. I play my Wii on it, but I really don't watch it. So that's in the living room now. Something I had to give up, again, as usual. And now, I mean, it's a small thing. French fries to go with my burger. It's not going to kill me. But it's something else I had to give up. Just like giving up the peace of mind of having that bathroom to myself and me not having to clean up after a 40-year-old man, which I did yesterday. I cleaned the bathroom, the entire bathroom, and I'm just waiting for him to put some kind of splash on that mirror again, or leave that toilet bowl looking like I don't know who done it, or putting whatever smudge marks and other things in the shower. Like, that's dub. That bathroom has always been spotless, like spotless. Y'all seen in the bathroom before. You haven't necessarily seen the shower, but you've seen the sink, you've seen the counter in there, how I keep all my stuff. He tends to take it out so he can shave, because I got on him about getting shaving from his beard or his head on my things in there. So he takes them all out and then puts them back after he cleans up. But he doesn't do a good job. He gets splashing all over the mirror. He doesn't wipe that up. And if he does, he'll try to use tissue, which I told him not to use, because it leaves like the little lint. Hard-headed. That's what he is. He's a 40-year-old hard-headed boy. He's not a man. He's a 40-year-old hard-headed boy. And I have a problem with that, because I haven't had to deal with a man in the last 4 years. Even before I left, I didn't have to deal with any men. And now it's back to dealing with them like I don't have a husband, I don't have a boyfriend, and I don't have a child that lives with me. That's mine. So to clean up behind my nephew, which is my sister's son, I mentioned that in a video. My sister that committed suicide, she's my eldest sister, the oldest child. And at any rate, well, she's the only sister I have, so whatever. Or had. But anyway, this is her son, her eldest child. And she only has the 2. Him and her daughter. And like, yeah, I'm not really feeling this cleaning up behind him type stuff. And he made a spill in the I'm not in the living room, right before the room that I occupy. He spilled something on the rug. And then he used the rug cleaner to call himself cleaning it up. But he did such a botched job that not only was the rug now stiff, because he didn't rinse it after using the rug cleaner, and that's the electric one, the rug doctor. He didn't rinse it, like go over it and rinse it. He vacuumed the stuff like it's a vacuum cleaner when you have to go real slow. You can't just vacuum up, shampooing the rug. You gotta move slowly in order to pick out the dirt from, with the water, soap, and all that kind of stuff. And then you got to go over that and you got to rinse it, because if you don't rinse it, it's going to be crispy. Well, he did that about 3 weeks after he made that spill, and it was still there. So I just cleaned it up yesterday the right way with the rug doctor. I already had something in my room I wanted to clean up. When I was changing out my bamboo plants, I had spilled some dirt. It was in the rug. And so I used that and I cleaned it. And I just cleaned the front there because, like I said, it's in front of the door that I occupy. The room I occupy. So I was like, let me clean that mess up because it was starting to get on my nerves to see it, especially after I had cleaned that rug. And I mean, I OD cleaned all of her entire house, the entire rug. And for him to come and spill something and her to act all nonchalant. In fact, when I told her about it, she was smiling, which really pissed me off. Because like I said, had that been my daughter, there wouldn't have been no grinning, cheesing, or nothing. It had just been complaint. Oh, go in there and tell her she messed up, blah, 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 yada, yada, whatever. So that pissed me off that she was sitting there with a grin on her face as I was telling her that he had that spill after I had scrubbed that rug, not only on my hands and knees, because just doing it with the rug doctor wasn't actually getting everything up. Because there was years of people going back and forth on that rug. And so I had that rug back to damn near brand new. And here he comes along and spills something on it and acts like, oh well, it's just there. Like, nah, bruh. No, it's not just there. And like I said, with her grinning and cheesing about it, really made me want to smack her in her face. But, you can't do all that. But anyway, what's done is done. It's cleaned up. But like I said, him being here affects me a whole lot more than it affects her. Because he's here for her purpose right now, which is, like I said, driving Miss Daisy. And so he's a commodity right now to her. So anything that he does that she wouldn't normally put up with, she's willing to put up with it. And eventually when he leaves and she has to go back to calling lifts to take her places or asking Mr. Rawl if he's still able to take her places, that's going to be a difference. And most likely he might not be able to do it anymore because Mr. Rawl is getting up in age. He's already 82, probably 83 now. And so I don't know when my nephew plans to leave. Right now he can't save any money. I could tell you that much. He can't save any money because he's having to now replace the TV he broke in her living room. He keeps giving money to her for what I don't know. Maybe it's the payback of the $150 that he owes her. And when he messes up things, he has to keep replacing them. And therefore, I don't know how he plans on saving money from working at Dollar General and Burger King part-time. It's not a lot of money that you get from those two jobs. And he's already going to have to start paying out of pocket for his food because he was on public assistance in Michigan. And once he started working, when they find out, they usually cut you off. So he went out with his last check he got and did a whole bunch of groceries. Again, taking up space in the fridge and the freezer where my stuff was. So now I have to do less groceries in order for him to fit all of his crap in there. And like I said, none of this bothers her because this is her spot. Whatever he does, causing ants and everything else dirty and stuff and not cleaning it. Messing things up and leaving it that way instead of putting it back the way he found it. Like, this is a lot of stuff he's doing. And I know it annoys her because I can see it in her face. And even sometimes if I'm in the kitchen, she'll be making mention of it. But then, oh, well, I guess I'll clean that. And then she just goes and cleans up after him. I'm like, yeah, all right. You got the right one, baby. Because I ain't cleaning up nothing after him. After this rug fiasco. That's it. Everything else, I'm going to be on his ass like, yo, nah, I just cleaned that whole bathroom. I don't want to see nothing in there. Don't touch my stuff. Don't move my stuff. Shave in your room or something. Go out and buy a fucking mirror. I don't care. Shave in your room. I got a vanity in my room. If I don't want to do something in the bathroom, I'll do it in my room or not in my room, but the room I occupy. So same thing, man. Go out and get a mirror and shave in there. You know, lay down a towel or a sheet or something. Shave and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I'm looking at this point, because I'm kind of getting sick and tired of dealing with it already. And he ain't been here but about maybe coming up on 2.5 months now, and already I'm sick of him being here. Nobody else has stayed long. My daughter only stayed a month and a half. My niece only stayed 2 weeks, or even not even 2 weeks. I think she stayed a week or a week and a half. Let me put my cheese on now. This is done. It doesn't take long. It was nice and hot. But I want this cheese to melt on the top. And I don't know, man. I haven't eaten very much today. I had some tuna fish and crackers. And that's all I ate today. So I might take down both these burgers since there's no fries with them. But let me see how I get along with the first one, because lately I haven't been able to eat as much as I usually used to. Still with these teeth issues. So I'm not going to sit up here in front like, yeah, I'm going to tear both of these down. I might want to. But wanting to and being able to are two different things. Alright, I'm going to put the top back on. The cheese is on. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, there you go. The cheese is on. There, that's a better one. There you go. Now you can see it. And let's put on the lid again and let that... Matter of fact, I'm even going to close the whole vent because I want the coals to go out. I don't need them on anymore. That's it. And that's really going to infuse the smell. Alright, and this time there wasn't a whole bunch of smoke and all that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, let me go to my tent and show you guys. Hopefully you'll be able to see this when I turn it on, when I turn the light on. So you'll be able to see what happened. Or not what happened, but what I've done. Let that sit there and simmer. But, yeah, let me come out to the tent. It's awful dark over here, guys. And this is how I like it, too, because nobody can see nothing I'm fucking doing out here. And that's why, oh, yeah, this is nice. Let Mama get all up in here. Kick these off real quick. Close this net up so no bugs get in here while I'm in here. Oh, something's stuck here. Oh, I see. Okay. That was in my hair. I gotta cut that off. Alright, let's turn these lights on and show you guys what's been done. I put the light, there we are. I put the light behind me now on this wall, and it's staying. Thank goodness. It's staying. And then, oh, this is supposed to be up. I don't know how. I guess it's being pulled down by the weight of the fan. I gotta put a different piece of tape here to hold that up. But anyway, temporarily. So the fan's there. Let's see. And everything else is where it's supposed to be. Cords back there, tucked in. I gotta put this back in here because it got wet, but it's working now. That should be fully charged. And over here, as you guys can see, I have much more space now to tuck away whatever I want over on this side. So what I'm gonna do is I have a basket that I bought from my bike. If I had needed to carry things around, like from the supermarket or whatever, and it was just a small amount of stuff. The basket itself only held 11 pounds worth of stuff, and so I was going to use that when I went out and did groceries. But unfortunately, I ended up not having to use it, and I had no use for it at this point, so it's just been sitting in the room. Well, now I think I'll put it over in this corner and put stuff like my bathroom stuff when I'm not using this thermocell. Break this down and it'll be able to fit in there easily. And I can also keep my shoes, my water shoes in there. I'll put stuff like this in there, and that way I can empty out stuff when I need it and just keep it all contained in one spot. And that basket will fit about up to about, I would say, here. So nice decent amount of space, and I'll still have this table to put my food on if I'm eating in here and things like that. But I think the light being in the back instead of at the top, which leaves my ventilation open to a certain extent without, you know, with the tarp on. And that's how it is in here now, guys. So everything's comfy cozy, and like I said, I'll just fix this wiring here that I have up against the wall so that it can stay up against the wall and nothing is in my way. Now I have more ceiling area. I don't worry about the back because when I'm sitting up, I'm not leaning back. But even if I was, this doesn't get hot. So this doesn't get hot at all. Stays nice and cool. All right, so let me turn this off. Oh, and on the outside, let me show real fast because I can just reach in here later and just shut that part. Get this damn string out the freaking way. There we go. That helped. All right, on the outside here, as you can see, I taped the plastic that I had underneath the tent all the way around the entire tent. So all of that plastic is now tightened up around the tent, in the back, on the sides, covering everything. And so now, when it rains, there shouldn't be any more rain down at the bottom. I leave the vent closed, of course, for obvious reasons, and I leave the door itself folded up because I don't need that heating up OD in there. So that's it, guys. That's all that's going on with the tent. I did the guidelines and all that, but you're not going to be able to see it now. It's too dark. All right, let me come get my burgers and bring this thing inside. And that's it for this video. So thank you guys for watching me cook my burgers and checking out my tent deal and all that good stuff. And I'll be back with more info and how that burger tasted in my next video. And I know I still got to do the purse video. I still got to do that, and I will, the convertible book bag into the purse. But for right now, I got to take these burgers off and put this grill back in here. So once again, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it, and see you guys in the next video real soon. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll give this one a nice little title. Later. Love y'all. Mwah. Bye.